Yep. Hi, everybody. Um, I can see the chat box and I can see that everywhere is buzzing, really, 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 really hot, right? Um, I'm taking some time to go through the comment section, and I can see the excitement, I can see the energy, I can see um, um, the joy, right? Um, My name is Timmy. For those of you that don't know yet, my name is Timmy. Timmy from Cowrywise, and I've been sending you emails for the longest period of time now. I am super excited to be doing this again. Last time I did this was in I think November 2024, and I mean I do this every year, and I'm excited to be doing this in 2025. Of course, alongside quite a bunch of fantastic people, right? And you get to meet them as we go by, right? Um, my name is Timmy, like I mentioned. I work as a senior growth associate at Cowrywise, and I also currently lead the Cowrywise Ambassadors Community. I am super, super, super excited to welcome each and every one of you. For context, um, there are Cowrywise ambassadors in about 980 schools, right? There are about 4,000 of you on the call currently. So if you divide 4,300 or whatever by 900, it means that there are about an average of 5% per school. Of course, average doesn't exactly represent the total, I mean, the actual scenario, right? So when we say average of 5% per school, it doesn't mean that in your own school there are four ambassadors. In your school there could be one person, in your school there could be 20, in your school there could be 50, right? Yeah, let's just do something very quickly. Go to the chat box, let us know your name, your school, whether you're a student or you're a graduate, and your current level. So if you're a graduate, you mentioned, you say that I am a recent graduate of Cowrywise University, or mention the name of your school. If you're a copper, let us know that you're currently serving in so and so states of the country, right? Can we do that very quickly before we start to dive in gradually? Yeah. And while you do that, I know that you can see that I'm not the only one on your screen right now. There is somebody else on the screen, and that's Destiny. Destiny is she currently works at Cowrywise as excuse me. Destiny currently works at Cowrywise as a growth analyst, right? And she's also very excited to welcome you to this onboarding session and largely to the Cowrywise Ambassadors community. As you go by, you will also get to hear from Destiny, whether on WhatsApp, whether it's on Slack, whether it's via emails, right? And you want to ensure that you don't get surprised and you're not lost when you start to see messages from Destiny, right? Destiny, do you want to say hi?
Hi everyone. It's good to finally meet you guys. I'm excited for what's to come. I can see that the chat is buzzing. I thank you very much. Hi, let me just mention a few people's name. Hi Praise. Hi Kingsley. Hi Dojaye. Hi Chukudi. It's good to have you all here. You're about to have a good time. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Um, I mean, you heard Destiny's beautiful voice, and I'm sure that you will get to hear more from her as we go by, right? We've divided this session into about five key subsessions, right? And we're trying to keep to time. We typically don't like that our onboarding session exceeds 1 hour, right? We like to keep it at 60 minutes mark. But we also understand that, I mean, the energy is high, the fire is burning, everybody's excited. You need to ask questions, you need to, and sometimes it tends to last longer than 1 hour. But come what may, we'll be done with the call while we are here within the next 60 minutes or 1 hour, right? And then We'll probably have some other resources stay behind to taking questions, especially because there are people who also apply for the scholarship program. And I'm quite sure that there are tons of questions about the scholarship program. And we need to answer some of these questions. So, and then it might linger for another, say, 60 minutes or thereabouts, right? Another thing we'll probably do again is to see how we can break the call into bit-sized content that we can then share with you to answer specific questions, right? Also, it's very important to mention that this session is being recorded, right? And in case that you need to drop off, maybe you need to um, attend the class, you need to attend to some other thing, you can always come back to it, watch use the same link. The same link I will send to you via email. You can just come back, click on it, and you can always watch the recording of this video, right? It's not far-fetched at all. If you have anybody that you think that needs to be here and they're not here, I mean, you probably wouldn't know whether they're here or not because of the way YouTube is designed. But you can just always share with them via WhatsApp, Twitter, anywhere that you think that you have friends, connection, or people in your circle that should be on this call, right? I mean, I saw a comment the other time that was quite funny. Somebody says, I mean, I never knew that Timmy is a good person. Timmy from Cowrywise. Timmy from Cowrywise is a real person, please. And here I am. I'm a real person. I am not an alien. I'm not a bot. I'm not AI. And I'm not a lady. I mean, I saw some other person saying that I've always thought Timmy from Cowrywise is a lady. So Timmy from Cowrywise is the guy. So, yeah, so we'll just go straight. Oh, wow. Interesting. We are almost, we have almost 4,500 people. I mean, I also see that there are people who were campus ambassadors or careers ambassadors in 2021, 2019, uh, 2022, 2023. Some of them have joined us on this call, right? And we are super excited to also have you around, right? We appreciate you wanting to be a part of this onboarding session to welcome the new set of careers ambassadors to the careers ambassadors community, right? We also have people who were previously careers ambassadors and are no longer careers ambassadors. We have people who are now graduates, people who are in the graduate ambassadors community, and we have, currently on the call, right? Um, yeah. For context, there are two different areas where this session is happening. There is a YouTube bit of it where everybody is currently viewing, watching us from, and then there is the stream, which is the virtual studio where this is happening. Right, we have quite a few people on the stream, and then every other person, everybody else is watching from YouTube directly, right? So that's to ensure that we have create some level of optimal experience for everybody that needs to be a part of this onboarding session. Okay, I like to start onboarding sessions with the story I'm about to share now. I've been running onboarding sessions for careers ambassadors since 2020. Yes, I started the first onboarding session I had for careers ambassadors was in November 2021. I remember coordinating that onboarding session. I had another one in 2023. I had another one last year. Oh, no, two actually in 2023. We had two in 2023. And then last year, and then here again today. And one thing I've been consistent over time is where I had an onboarding session. I like to share my experience as a careers ambassador. Just like so many of you on this call today, I was a student and I had recently joined the careers ambassadors community. I was so. Please, can you guys hear me? I want to be sure that you guys can hear me very, very clearly because I'm plugged in. If you can hear me, you can just say, "Oh, somebody says they can't hear me." You know what? I'm going to stop using my headphones so that
You can hear me. Do mention that you can hear me well. I am no longer plugged in.
I can hear you to me. So.
If you can hear me very clearly now, please let me know. Okay. I can see that you guys can hear me. I really, really, really do apologize. I tried so much. I mean, you guys could have mentioned earlier, but yeah, I'm no longer plugged in. I was initially plugged in my AirPods. I guess that must have been the problem. But I see that I can see the comments now, and I can see that you guys have confirmed or are confirming that it's a lot better. So I was saying that, I mean, I've said quite a number of other things, and I feel bad that you guys didn't hear that, or you didn't hear all of those rather. But yeah, I guess I'll just continue from where I stopped. Yes, I was saying that I've been carrying out onboarding activities, onboarding sessions for Cowrywise Ambassadors since 2021, November precisely. I had that in November. I had that in 2023. I had two sessions in 2023 actually. I had one session in 2024 and then this session again in 2025. And one thing has been consistent in how I start the onboarding sessions for Careers Ambassadors. I like to tell my story, my journey into Cowrywise, right? And I see that it has been a source of motivation for different people, for different ambassadors. Not necessarily because they also have to follow the same pattern that I did follow, right? But because it just creates a sense of possibility, an understanding of what is possible, right? Being a member of the Careers Ambassadors community. Just like you, or just like many of you who are currently still students, I joined the Careers Ambassadors community as a Cowrywise campus ambassador a couple of years ago. And I remember that I also had this onboarding session like this, and the CEO was a part of the onboarding session, that's Razak Ahmed, for those of you who already know. And I remember we went through like a 1 hour session where he was, I mean, different people on the Cowrywise team and himself were sharing things with us about the ambassadors community and Cowrywise as a company. And at the time, I didn't even know that internship wasn't even one of the benefits of being an ambassador at the time. It was later on that it was added. But I was very active. I became the campus lead. I grew from becoming a Cowrywise campus ambassador to becoming the Cowrywise campus lead on my school, like on my campus, right? I became the campus lead for about a year. And then I think a year after I became a Cowrywise ambassador, they added internship as a benefit of being a Cowrywise ambassador. But I couldn't apply because, I mean, my school calendar was quite strict and I couldn't like leave school to, come for internship. The opportunity wasn't there. I was always, but regardless, I was always very active. I was always attending sessions. I was always participating on the Slack channel, participating on the WhatsApp groups, attending physical hangouts, master classes, Club 60 sessions, and quite a number of other things, right? And fast forward to a few months or years thereabouts, I joined the Cowrywise Ambassadors Management team. I started to lead like national initiatives, right? And then a few years after, I graduated from school and I needed to intern. So I applied for the internship opportunity at Cowrywise. I got in for the internship opportunity, and that was how my journey into Cowrywise started. Like it was supposed to be a 1 month internship. It got extended for 2 months, got extended again for 3 months, and on and on and on and on and on and on. Here I am today. I spent 3 years plus, 3 years and a few months in Cowrywise now. I went on to have my internship. From internship, I went on to do my NYSC. From NYSC, I became a growth associate. From that, I became a senior growth associate, right? And you can just see like that interesting growth trajectory, right? And I mean, Destiny surely also has a similar story, right? Destiny became a Careers Ambassador. She went on to become an intern. No, she didn't intern, right? She went on to join Cowrywise, right, as a growth analyst, right? There's Patrick as well. There is I mean, there are quite a bunch of people really, right, that have started their Cowrywise journey from the ambassadors community and have gone on to, do fantastic things. There are people who have, worked at Cowrywise. People who started from the ambassadors community. They started to learn a particular skill set, and today they are doing fantastically well, right? There's Oye, who is currently in London at Revolut. He used to be a member of the ambassadors community and even used to be the community manager at some point, right? There are people at at Google, people at Microsoft, people at Apple, people at Money Points, people at Kuda Bank, Florida Wave, Paystack, Cowrywise as a company, banks, and name it really. And so many of these people can directly attribute the success, or yeah, the success around their career trajectory, their life, and every other thing, every other verticals of life generally, to being a part of the ambassadors community. Before we move on to the like some other parts of the onboarding session, I would like to now have people from, we have about 3 people or 4 people who would share their experience being a careers ambassador with us, and then we then have Rotimi share and walk us through the ambassador's handbook. We'll be starting with Chidera. Let me see if is Chidera now on the call now. Okay, yeah, we have Chidera on the call. Chidera, can you hear me?
Timmy, yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Chidera.
Awesome. Hi.
Um, yeah. How is London today?
Very cold. I think we're like 6 degrees right now. But yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. For context, everybody, Chidera joined the ambassadors community. Was that 2023? I think. Yes. She joined the ambassadors community in 2023 when she was a 200 level student at the University of Lagos studying insurance, right?
That's
And
correct.
yeah, I mean, I still remember, I still remember Chidera's display picture on Slack on a blue top, and then you just see Chidera's name everywhere on Slack. On like, I mean, we used to have a careers ambassador Slack channel, but right now we've had to migrate everybody to WhatsApp for ease of communication and all that. And we have different activities on Slack. We have the Friday games nights. We have the stretch and learn. We have so many things, and then I just would often see Chidera's name, and like her face pops up. Like it seems as though she sleeps on Slack. Somebody drops a message, and you already see like Chidera has responded to you. Somebody like something's happening, and Chidera has already shared like, oh, this company is hiring interns. And then she's already sharing the link and saying that if you're interested in interning, come and intern here. Or Chidera is telling you that she worked on the voiceover project and she wants people to listen in. Like, can you people listen and give me feedback? And then she's sending you the audio file or something, right? And I remember that my first direct interaction with Chidera was during the very first, we had a masterclass session for global internship, right? And I mean, I had just sent a message after the session and said, if you were serious about wanting to intern in a global firm or something, and I just saw Chidera's message. I'm like, okay, I wasn't sure whether she was going to be serious or not. And I mean, I think I'll probably just leave the rest of the story to Chidera to share with us. Yeah, Chidera, yeah, share your career as ambassador experience with us.
I think that you were doing such a great job because honestly, you remember more than I do. But
I
yes,
mean,
thank you very very much, Timmy. I think that you've pretty much captured a huge part of what my journey has been like as a Cowrywise ambassador. I first joined in July of 23, if I remember correctly, and I know that I had somebody who literally just today, because I shared about my Cowrywise internship experience, and the person was asking me, oh, I've just joined but I'm not quite sure how I can contribute as an ambassador, or what to even do, or what I'm even doing there. But there are tons of things that you can do as an ambassador. You're just starting this journey. I remember Destiny Webe was literally my Carrywise campus lead at the time at the Unilag campus, and how she would sort of be welcome to ideas. It would be like, oh, Destiny, I have this idea about what we can do to improve engagement, get more people involved in the community. And she was open to it. She was like, oh, sure, let's do it. Right. So having that kind of energy around me to sort of helped me to push my ideas, the initiatives that I had for the community. And it was really, really fun at the time. Fast forward, I think I got to join the innovative team that we had for the Unilag campus community at the time. And what we were doing was basically getting more people involved in the community through games nights, trivias, quizzes, educational content, sharing Cowrywise blog posts. It was really fun at the time, quite frankly. It was really fun. So yeah, that's about what my experience has been. Then fast forward to when myself and you started talking, Timmy, when I told you I was interested in, interning at a global firm. So yeah, and here we are. But I'll let you continue now.
No, no, no. I don't want to. I just wanted to, let's let everybody hear from the horse's mouth, right? I mean,
All
I
right.
also didn't mention that it was after I called on you to speak. I then realized I didn't mention that Cedar actually then eventually, I mean, she applied for internship on the first trial, and
Yeah.
then that didn't work out. And then, secondly, after you had gone to London for your internship, you came back again, and then that worked out. And yeah, I think you should just speak up from that
Yeah.
very we
All right. No problem. So I this was still 2023, right? And I reached out to Timmy right after I saw his post. I think at the time it was a link for Goldman Sachs internship or just internships generally that you shared. And then you said if anybody was serious about getting a global internship, they should text you. So I reached out to Timmy on Slack, told him everything that I wanted to do, shared my CV. You see, I can't thank you enough for how much effort you put into making sure that I I was the best, that I was giving my best, I was putting my best foot forward because my CV went from being this to being this. It was like you took it to the next level. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity to have done
yeah.
that with you.
Let
So
me,
I
let me
went for
mention this
the
publicly before you continue, that you still hold me that yacht, right?
at this point I think I owe like 9 yachts. But yeah, definitely
Yeah, you
by
can
God's
continue.
grace. So fast forward, we I finally got to do the interviews for a global internship. I applied for summer internship at Bank of America, markets operations, and I got in. I remember getting that call December of 2023, and I went straight to Timmy's DM in the evening, like you will not believe who just got an offer, and it was such a milestone and a moment for me and for him as well, because I know he was very invested in the beginning of the process. So I went for the internship. I was in London last year for about 3 months for the summer internship here at Bank of America. And at the same time, now let me go back a bit to 2023. As a Cowrywise ambassador now, I wanted to apply for the Cowrywise internship that we do, right? Because I mean, Timmy has just mentioned the internship opportunity that you get to enjoy as an ambassador. It's a really fantastic one, a great one, and I was going to apply for that as a finance intern. And I remember getting to the final stage, which is the interview stage, and it just didn't work out at the time. And so last year, 2024, I came to Bank of America and then went back to Nigeria for my full time, I mean, to complete my studies, right? And so this year, 2025, I had break from school after my first semester exams, and I said, you know what, I wanted to do an internship at the company. So I applied this time around again. I got massive help from Timmy, of course, and from the interview guys. Anyway, that one eventually worked out, and it was nice to finally work at the company that I've always wanted to work at. Timmy, do you remember when I did my roundup my wrap up presentation, and I said Cowrywise was one of two companies that I would love to work at for free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and everybody was like, I say, me, I'm not giving back any salary. Oh. I just wanted to let you guys know I love you so much. But yes, I had such a fantastic experience working in Cowrywise I mean, as a risk management intern. Fantastic people, lovely experience. Definitely the highlight of my 2025. So yes, and today I'm here as a proud Cowrywise ambassador. So thank you. It can be your story too, definitely. So long as you commit to doing the work, commit to letting yourself be known in the community. Don't just be one of 10,000 Cowrywise ambassadors that we have, and then nobody knows that what you do on your campus or anywhere else. So, yes, definitely be sure to put your best foot forward and show up as often as possible.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chidera. That was such a beautiful experience that you shared with us. I mean, even how I was, I would always think that I have so much more information, right, about your experience, but hearing you say or speak to that this afternoon or this evening, rather, I then go to realize that, oh, actually, this happened. I didn't remember that this happened. Oh, that happened. I didn't know that happened, right? But I think that above all, there's something that has, I mean, for people like you, people like Chidera, and quite a bunch of other people who have like benefited greatly from the ambassadors community, right? And which is, I mean, you also spoke to that subtly. One thing that's been consistent is that many times you need to then be able to carve out your own experience, right? Oh, yes, it's the ambassadors community. You have applied, you got selected already. It doesn't then mean that the whole opportunities that exist there would then just be handed over to you on a platter of gold. Like, nah, you then need to be able to carve out your experience, right? Some people would never get internship. Some people would never get scholarship. Some people would never get, they probably would never get a direct relationship with me. I mean, we we've grown so much that I can barely attend to every single person, right? On a daily basis, I get hundreds of messages across different channels, right? Then we're still very, I think we're barely in Unilag, you guys were probably barely maybe 100 with, there were about five, maybe 50,000 students in Unilag, and maybe
No,
only 100 of them
University
are
of First Choice.
ambassadors, right?
Yeah.
Not be by that, but yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that back then, I could easily reach out to everybody. Everybody could easily reach out to me. But right now, we no longer even use Slack, and I'm not on your campus-based WhatsApp groups. It means that the only point of interaction most likely be emails, right? And maybe when you find my social media handles and you send me messages and I can respond. Largely, yes, you've been selected as a careers ambassador, but every of the opportunities that exist in the community would not just be handed over to you, right, on a platter of
Very
gold,
true.
right? I mean, I remember that that particular masterclass session that we had, that we spoke to global internship, right? For guys that wanted to intern at Goldman Sachs in London, or the World Bank Group in the US, United States of America, or JP Morgan in London, or Bank of America in any part of the United Kingdom, right? Yeah, there were about 150 people on that call that very day. Yeah, I remember, but not all of the 150 people got offers from Bank of America or GS or JP, right? But because you stayed true to the call, and that's why whenever you like share this story, I feel like I feel like it's, you sometimes maybe make like the story incomplete because you make it seem as though, oh, because Timmy revamped your CV, that's why you got it. No, I don't think that's it. I think a larger part of the pie is largely from your efforts, right? Quite frankly, if I also didn't see like that drive from you, I don't think I would have um taken time. I remember doing that overnight, over the night. Like I remember doing that at the middle of the night and then sending it across to you, and then you responded the following day. I sent it to about two different friends to also look through
Yes.
because they
And then
had
we
gone,
got on a call. It was
yeah,
a lot. I
call.
remember.
Yeah. So if you were not consistent, if you were not dedicated, if you're not committed, right, I don't think that you would have gotten to the point where you got the offer from Bank of America and then got to, I mean, travel to London from University of Lagos for your 3 month internship, and then came back to Nigeria and then got to intern in Cowrywise again. And then during your presentation as Cowrywise at the end of your internship, the feedback from every other employee was consistent, right? Like it was just mind blowing. I mean, like they said, whether jokingly or not jokingly, you were not traveling to Bank of America. You probably would have been here as a risk analyst at Carrywise or something because you were interned as a risk management intern, right? That's to speak to how much or how you can milk, right, or get the most of the community. You have to be able to um carve out your experience, right? You need to be able to stay true to the core. You need to be able to like really really be serious about it. You don't sit down lying fallow and expect that people just keep pouring into you. Take responsibilities. There's campus leadership role that you need to take it. There is campus co-leadership role that you need to take it. You see that there's a problem in your campus ambassadors community, you mention it to your campus lead. Oh, I think that we should do this, right? Oh, this isn't going right. Our campus community isn't very active. I think that we need to, I mean, revive the campus community or something, right? I know that everything still seems confusing at this point, but don't worry. We have we have curated this session to in a way that as we go by, everything just starts to get clearer. There's so many other sessions, right? Rotimi will still come up on board. Will come on board to share. I mean, walk you through the ambassador's handbook, what to expect, how to tackle some of these possible challenges and all that, right? Yeah. But do you have one or two words that you want to say before we swap up with maybe Tracy?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for bringing me on board, Timmy, to come and just share my experience. But if there was something I'd like to leave new ambassadors with is, like Timmy mentioned, you have to own your journey. You have absolutely have to own your journey. And I know it might sound like a cliche now, but it is true. So everybody's busy, and if you want something from people, they have to see that you really inspires and motivates them to want to help you. I remember, Timmy, I'm just going to segue a bit and share this. So there's this friend of mine who's literally returning back to Bank of America next month for full-time role. And I remember last year when myself and this lady started speaking, she was after my life. There was no way I could say, "Oh, I want to sit down and drink water." Oh, I don't have airtime. She's already buying me airtime. Like, don't worry, me, I need help. Don't you just you just help me, right? So that energy, I was always very happy to get on calls, refine her answers, make sure that she was ready for the interview and all. And guess what? She was, I think last year, she was the only intern from Nigeria who got into Bank of America for ops, the only intern from Nigeria. And that was just purely, she comes back and she's like, "Oh, Chidera, I want to tell you, thank you so much for helping me." I'm like, "No, girl, it was all you. It was because you wanted this opportunity and you went for it. Everything else aligned, right? And that's why you have this opportunity." So she was here for the internship, and now she's coming back next month as full-time employee. And this is just to tell you that whether it's Cowrywise Ambassadorship Community or anything else that you're doing in your life, if you don't put in as much effort as you want to see that thing manifest and come in or become an experience that you can be proud of, then you won't see the end result that you really truly desire, right? So by all means, own your journey. Be very involved in the community. If you have an idea, please, you don't even have to think it's a stupid idea. Just sell it to your campus lead, ask them what they think about it, right? Whatever it is you want to do, always ask for help if you can ask for help too as well. Whether it is that you're trying to apply for the internship or the Carrywise scholarship that is currently open, please, by all means, ask for as much help that you as you need instead of just doing it alone. So, yeah, I would like to just end with that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much
much,
for having
Sarah.
me. Bye.
I mean, don't worry, guys. You will get to see Chidera. Get to see Chidera's face quite a couple more times, right? Um, sometime next year. I mean, rather at different points in time next year. Don't worry, Chidera will show up. We have GITP next year. I think that Chidera is already a what's this? There's a word they use for. I'm trying to look for that word. I think that Chidera is already a permanent speaker or permanent facilitator for global
I will
internship
start charging for my time very
every
soon.
single year, as long as every single year you will always find Chidera.
Wait,
And quite interesting how the very first GITP session we had, about three of the facilitators were careers ambassadors, right? Or used to be careers ambassadors. Pamela was a careers ambassador, and she hinted at global at Bank of America in London. She was a Unilag student, by the way. Um, um, Motunola was also a careers ambassador, also a Unilag student, and there are quite a number of other people. There's Rashid, who is from University of Ilorin, Unilorin, and is currently at Bank of America. There is quite a bunch of people really. I can't even remember these guys anymore. Anyways, thank you so much, Didara. Thank you so much.
All
Right, we
right
need to
then. Thank you.
very very fast. So somebody else. Yeah. I'll be bringing Tracy on board now. Tracy, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I
Hi,
can hear
Tracy.
you. Can you?
Yeah,
I
I can. Uh, Tracy is a student of Trinity University in Lagos, and she's a careers ambassador. She's been a careers ambassador for quite a while now, and she would, in a few minutes, she would also be walking us through her experience as a careers ambassador. I think you joined the ambassadors community in 2024. That was last year. Is that
yeah,
correct?
last year.
Okay, yeah. You can walk us through your experience as a careers ambassador.
Okay. So I joined Cowrywise in August of 2024, and that was just after like 200 levels, so during summer. So I think that was the point where I decided, like, you know what, I need to be serious with my life. So I was looking for like a lot of opportunities in different companies, and that was how I found out about the ambassador program and everything. So I think at first, it was looking I was more looking at what I could get out of the program mostly because my main focus was on the internship and everything. But once I became like an ambassador, I think I got confirmed in like October. There was this like mindset shift because it now became there was now this sense of responsibility that now got added to me. Like, okay, as an ambassador, I'm supposed to be talking about like saving and financial discipline, just being a good example to other non-ambassadors. But like I have to have a leg to stand on with as I'm talking about all those things. So it kind of gave me like, okay, that drive to want to learn more about Cowrywise, to want to understand the product, to understand saving, understand investing, and stuff like that. So that's like the more personal aspect of it. So fast forward to summer this year, the internship application opened for I think Q2 2025, and I applied. I wanted to apply, and because I had applied before, I already knew what not to do. So I actually reached out to Chidera, and I asked her to help me review my CV and my cover letter and everything. And Chidera was so nice, and she was so helpful, and she looked at everything and gave me some tips on how to move forward. So I did not hear back from Cowrywise again until I had thought, okay, the opportunity had passed. Maybe it wasn't meant for me at that point. So it was until I think July that I now got a call from Timmy one random Friday afternoon like this, and he now started asking me questions, and there was now like a mini interview slash conversation. And the next thing I'm hearing is, oh, come and start on Monday. That like you can come to the office, start your internship. And that was basically how I got my internship offer at Cowrywise. So that experience honestly was the best experience, the best thing that happened to me this year because it was such it was unexpected one, but at the same time it was a way for me to learn. Like I learned so much in just that 1 month period. Earlier this year I said I wanted to really learn financial modeling, and the work that I was doing at Cowrywise was like directly related to that. So there was so much alignment with like my own personal goals and the internship. And then not only that, like the people that I got to work with at Cowrywise, like some of the smartest, most intelligent people that I've ever met. And then just everybody was so warm and so welcome. And just the overall experience was just so perfect for me. So yeah, so fast forward after the internship, right? It now gave me like a new sense of confidence in speaking about like finance and investing and saving. So after that, my university, the campus ambassador community, like my campus lead, she came to me and she was like, "Why don't we host a session about like investing and saving, like a beginner's guide, and like why don't you lead that?" And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't like work there and learn all the things that I had been able to learn. Yet, so we did that session and it was really successful. And then even after that, like so many other opportunities I was able to be a part of. I could speak directly to my experience at Cowrywise, and that was like really instrumental in me like getting those opportunities as well. So ultimately my time at Cowrywise it's just been a year. I think October made it just a year, and it has been so interesting and wonderful, and I'm so grateful for the entire thing. And I'm looking forward to like more opportunities and what more I can gain and how much more I can contribute to the company as well. So,
Yeah,
so yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much, Tracy. I mean, I remember that even before we had um, before we started to interact about the internship, before the interview call and all that, I remember that I started to see your post on LinkedIn. I didn't even know that you were eventually going to intern at Cowrywise. And then when the opportunity to intern came and you applied, we had scanned through the entire applications and we had shortlisted a bunch of people and I needed to start reaching out, right? I remember reaching out to you and it sounded like, oh, this person has gone on to do the assignment. I didn't know that you had spoken to a previous intern before, but it was just so clear that this person had gone to do the assignment. The CV was so clean. And your responses to my questions were so clean, right? I could tell that this person had gone to, speak with a previous intern, and this previous intern has told them how to, attend to questions. I checked the resume as well. I think I also went back to check to see whether you've applied previously, and I confirmed that you had previously applied. And then I took the CV, the resume of the first application versus the second application. I saw that there was like significant improvement, right? And it was very clear that, oh yeah, she had done her assignment, right? Thank you so much for sharing your feedback or your story rather with us. Quite confident that people on the call they're taking lessons, and as we go by, and as they start their journey, being in the Careers Ambassadors community, they will take some of those things that you shared, particularly with how you can't win alone. You can't win alone in the ambassadors community. You need to be able to interact with people. You need to be able to speak with people. You need to be able to mingle with people. Really, you don't just be a careers ambassador and be all by yourself. Right? That wouldn't help you. Yeah, thank you so much, Lucy,
Thank
and
you.
see you some other time. And I trust
Yeah.
that everybody on the call hope to see you around in the community.
Yeah, of
Um,
course. Thank you so much.
yeah. So there are quite a bunch of other people that would like to share their story or testimony or something. But because of time, I would like that we rather, take the onboarding session properly and then we come back to the others to take on their testimony. Rotimi, are you ready? Hi, Rotimi, are you there?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm here.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Hi, everybody. This is Rotimi. Rotimi is a recent graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, and he's been a part of the ambassadors community since 2021, and he has quite substantial knowledge, right, about the ambassadors community, and he's going to do a fantastic one to put you through, to walk you through the careers ambassadors handbook, everything that you need to know, right, as you go by. I'm going to bring Rotimi on board now. Sorry. Yeah. So I'll go ahead to share my to share the slides so that every other person can, have access. You want to say hi to every other person while I pull that up? Can you hear me, Rotimi?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. What did you say?
I said, do you want to say hi to every other person while I pull up the slides?
Yeah, sure, sure. So, hi everybody. My name is Adela Komotimi Victor, and I would like to say that I'm a recent graduate. Like, it's, it's important that you know that actually. Oh, okay. So, I'm a recent graduate from Obafemi Awolowo University from the Department of Economics, and yeah, as Timmy said the other time, I joined the ambassador program. I think May 2021, and I'm here to walk us through the ambassadors handbook. So basically, what it means is I'll let you know everything about the whole handbook, what we expect from you, what you should expect from us, and how the next step will be like. What are the things that you have to do next to get properly onboarded into the community? So thank you very much, everybody. So Timmy, you can hear me, right? Yeah, thank you very much. I see someone asking if it was this last convocation. Yes, definitely. I was I was near you. When was it again? Yeah, this last convocation. Yeah, this last convocation actually. Was that on last 2 months, last 2 weeks rather, or last week? Yeah, so Timmy, I would like you to move to the next page. Okay, yeah, so obviously we are going to start talking about the ambassador community. I have to first of all start with talking about Cowrywise itself. And I know many of us already read about Cowrywise, or should have actually read about Cowrywise, or read or watched videos from Cowrywise social medias. And can you guys hear me? I see someone saying my voice is not clear, so I'm hoping that you can hear me. So I will just read from the handbook first. So Cowrywise Financial Technology Limited is a digital wealth manager duly licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Nigeria. We are committed to digitizing investment management for Nigerians and enabling mass access to savings and investment products securely. So basically, what I should do with our AirPod? Let me disconnect my AirPod. Oh, so basically, Cowrywise is Timmy. Can you still share your screen, please? Okay. So basically, Cowrywise is a wealth manager, like is a digital wealth management company, and also you can also say it is committed to digitizing investment management for Nigerians. So it is not so easy to, it's not so difficult to grasp. Is where you basically come to save and invest. So you have access to different investment products and different asset products from your funds to stocks, and basically just, and also it also have like different investment appetites and also different risk threshold. So if you are conservative, if you are prone to risk, then you can also always come to Cowrywise to invest. And one thing I would like to say, as Timmy will always say, is that the best of the best actually work at Cowrywise, and it is important that we also know that, because Cowrywise is the company where if you are good at what you do and you want to work with other people that are good at what they do and other people that are very smart, then Cowrywise is one of the best place to actually work in Nigeria. So now we'll be talking about the values. Thank you very much, Timmy. So the values that Cowrywise stand on, who it will talk about, like, oh, Cowrywise culture, who Cowrywise, like who we are as a company and what Cowrywise do every day. And they are also like the foundation for the identity and the compass for everyday interaction with all stakeholders. And stakeholders include customers, regulators, as I said the other time, that's the SEC, and investors, partners, and communities. One of the communities is definitely the Cowrywise Ambassador Community. And the first one is customers first. So Cowrywise as a company embodies, okay, yeah, Cowrywise as a company embodies the value to always put customer first. I mean, as a business, we are there to serve our customers and to make customers happy and also always meet their needs. And another value that I'm here to talk about is better together. So the success of one person depends upon the success of other people in the team. So it says upon the collective intelligence of our team. So basically it says that, like, it means that I myself, I'm not just concerned about just my own success, but also success of the team in general. Team. And the next value that I'm going to be talking about is keeping it real. That's do it right, say and share the right thing. And at Cowrywise, we manage the tough situations with courage and conduct with LG debates and difference in opinion. So, I mean, at the end of the day, a team is the collectiveness of different type of people with different personalities and different background. And at Cowrywise, it is very, very sure to keep it real. And the next is keep it simple. So we create simple but powerful experiences, because greatness is simple. We see the eyes of the customers, of our customers, listen to their ears and feel with their hearts. So this is basically like saying it is not ambiguous. Like, we keep it simple. It is like we understand you, we see it from your lens, and we just keep it simple so you can also understand. Then the next is setting the bar very high. So as the saying we always say, if you aim for the stars, you can if you aim for the sky, you can fall among the stars, or as he said. And yeah, we set the bar very, very high. We lead by doing the best work. So I'm a big fan of doing good work. And it's also important that any company that I'm associated with is also like very, very big on it. So I love the fact that Cowrywise is very, very big on good and very excellent and best work. So what we do very well. It is our nature to innovate and take responsibility for our actions rather. And next value is never stop learning. At the end of the day, who we are and the situation that we are in at the moment is the togetherness of everything that we've done in our past. And that also means everything that we've been able to learn, every knowledge that we've been able to pass on, every knowledge that we've been able to accumulate, come together to build who we are as a person. So you never stop learning and never stop moving forward. Then now we'll talk about the Cowrywise Ambassador program itself. At first, I've been talking about the Cowrywise as a company. So Cowrywise Ambassador program itself, the mission, I'm just going to read it out. The mission of the program is to empower students and recent graduates like myself with financial education through an experiential learning process and expose them to the acquisition of lifelong skill sets needed for life after school. So one of the things that we do at the in the community is to make sure that every one of us that join the community are prepared for what's to come when we graduate. And even as a recent graduate, we also like prepared to what's to come maybe after NYC or a few years after graduate. Then why Cowrywise Ambassadors Program? I mean, you're already an ambassador, that's why you're here. But then it is also very necessary that you understand why. Because at the end of the day, if you don't give a reason to yourself, or if you don't carve out like your own goal or ask yourself why, then it might basically lead to you not achieving like a goal at the end of the day. But for us at the program, like for the program generally, Kaiwa's vision is to democratize access to savings and investment products to the mass market. Doing this on a sustainable basis requires investment in financial education. Hence, our focus is to compose is on campuses as they house the next generation of retail savers and investors. So for Cowrywise to be able to achieve and democratize access to savings and investment products to the mass market, it is also important that this program exists because at the end of the day, we are the next generation of retail savers and investors. Timmy, next slide. Timmy, can you hear me? Next slide. I'm not sure if Timmy can hear me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to Timmy. So as I was saying the other time, let's just wait till Timmy is here. So it is important that we as ambassadors, we need to know our why and we need to actually like carve out our why as we are just joining the program because at the end of the day, this is the why for the Kairos itself, why Kairos Ambassadors program should exist in the first place. But Chidera was saying something the other time about making sure that we as ourselves making sure that we as ourselves understand the reason we are an ambassador in the first place and the reason we are part of the community, and also making sure that we as ourselves are very very active, because if per adventure, like there's a community of different ambassadors in your school, like there's a community of different ambassadors in different schools, and if per adventure your school, your campus lead needs some innovative idea and everything, you can always reach out if it aligns with your why. Don't worry, just don't worry about Timmy. Timmy will join when he's here. Yeah, Timmy is here now. So Timmy, next slide. So yeah, so after you knowing about what the community is about and why the community even exists in the first place, we need to talk about a different thing, because I've seen some question or some people ask about how they can become campus lead, or yeah, I do not actually introduce myself properly. I'm a management team member for the Cowrywise Ambassador Community, and when I'm done with explaining the different team, you'll be able to understand who a management team member is, what they do, like the whole management team, and why they even exist in the first place. So first we have the campus leads, and campus leads are the leading ambassadors in your school, and they are the one that actually like put things and different activities in place for you. So every campus ambassador is responsible to their campus lead, and these campuses are also campus ambassadors who are selected, and they are there, who are selected from the Cowrywise headquarters, and they're also there to actually like serve you. They are your, how will I put it? They are your immediate response. They are your immediate connection to Cowrywise itself. Then we have the skill based leads. So I've seen different people say they are software engineer, different people say they are into finance, different people say that they are product designers, and that's why this team also exists in the first place. So the skill based lead are also campus ambassadors actually, and they are leading different skill based teams such as design team, content team, data team, software back-end team. Yes, there's back-end team, there's front-end team, and they are also there to make sure that you actually grow in your career paths and whatever career that you've chosen for yourself. And there's the state-based leads. So for every campuses, for me that just recently graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University, which is situated at Ife, which is also at Osun State, we also have a state lead that actually like organizes and brings together every activities of the campuses in Osun State in general, Osun State in particular rather. And they're also leading all the campus ambassadors spread across the different schools in that particular state. Then there's the management team. So the management team are campus ambassadors and also graduate ambassadors. They consist of both campus and graduate ambassadors that are being selected based on their level of activeness, leadership traits they possess, and they've been able to showcase in the ambassadors community. And these students and these ambassadors and these recent graduates basically facilitate every activities alongside with the community manager. So they facilitate every activity that will be happening in the campus ambassador program generally. So Tim was talking about what's it called? Timmy was talking about global internship program that happened, and um that happened, and Chidera was also a facilitator. So those type of programs are put together by the management team. I mean, like this onboarding session was also put together by a management team member. Then we have Cowrywise community manager. So ultimately, campus ambassadors are directly under the Cowrywise ambassadors program. And as you know, like everybody here knows Timmy from Cowrywise, and Timmy from Cowrywise is your community manager in the community. Then the requirement to become Cowrywise ambassadors, basically. So one of the things that you need to actually like have and you need to do to become a Cowrywise ambassador is to be passionate about financial education and to just want to be able to preach financial education to your other person. There are a lot of people set across Nigeria, there are a lot of students, there are a lot of young adults that basically go out every day, even just in their own normal activities, try to preach out financial education to their neighbors and every other person that is around them. And this just shows that they are actually like passionate about making sure that every Nigerians understand finance, personal side finance, savings and investments generally. Also be eager to learn effective communication skills. I mean, everybody that have been on this call have been a campus ambassador one way or the other, or are still they are still an ambassador, just graduate ambassadors. And I mean, Tracy just finished talking, and she's a campus ambassador from Trinity University. And we've been able to, out of being exposed to different activities in the community, being able to build our communication skills and also be ready to engage with the nationwide community of students. So I would like to say that Kairos Campus Ambassador is probably one of the largest student community in Nigeria right now. If not the largest, probably like second largest student community in Nigeria right now. And it gets to the show that when you go for like general activities and other activities, you get to meet like students from other schools and students from different states in Nigeria, and also get to like have the opportunity to interact with students from different states in Nigeria. And so the next thing is being enthusiastic about teamwork and collaboration. I mean, for this program to come up, there have been like a couple of persons that came together to put it together and basically understand and organize this particular program and be excited about creating innovation and showcasing creativity. Timmy, let's take. Okay. So role of an ambassador. So there are different roles that an ambassador should carry out as the course of them being an ambassador. But these are basically like the mandatory ones. Participation in all community activities, basically from activities that happen on your campuses to activities that happen in the state and activities that happen generally in the community as a whole. Educating fellow students about personal finance, savings and investment. One thing that we would always like to say that you are not yet to basically market the product. You are not a marketer or salesperson. You are here to actually like preach the gospel of personal finance, saving and investment to make sure that the next person beside you understand what it takes to actually like build a solid personal finance and also like a solid savings skills and also investment too. Then organize campus events, leading local chapters and facilitating networking among peers. So a lot of people tend to like see this as just, oh, it's their campus leader who do this. But no, like you as a community member in your school can also go back to your campuses and your campus leader and just showcase that if you have any idea and let them know, and also supporting the execution of this idea by organizing different events to make sure that everybody else understand in your community and in your school understand what it takes to actually like build a personal finance or savings and investment goals. Then participate in virtual meetings, masterclass and skill-based teams to build tech and career skills. So this basically every event or every activities that are laid out in the community are basically for you and you alone. So it is also for you to actually like participate, because at the end of the day, if you do not participate, it might come back and and not be able to like gain from it and just go through the whole program without gaining much. But if you are participating and if you are putting yourself out there, you'll be able to like gain and learn a lot from it. Then sharing financial knowledge and promoting the Cowrywise brand through various channels. So, but in the course of actually sharing financial knowledge and preaching the gospel of personal savings, finance, and investment, you then also like share about Cowrywise for other people to know. Then identifying campus financial challenges and proposing solutions to Cowrywise. You are also the first like contact that carriers have in your school, basically. Then you get to like understand what's really happening in your school, what other things that people are or other students are facing and all, and how they can overcome this challenge rather. See me next slide. So there are different activities in the community generally, but first of all, I would like to say that one of the first activities that you'll be participating in is the individual campus activities. So each campus organizes campus-led programs, sections, trainings, hangouts, skill development programs, and all these are actually like organized and like throughout the execution phase by the campus lead and campus co-lead, and also with your support as a member of the Cowrywise Ambassador Program. And these activities include Ambassador of the Week, school catch-up, quizzes, learning sections, and also skill development programs. Then we also have the Career Series. Career Series is basically available to all campus ambassadors generally in Nigeria. It features webinars and content with industry professionals on career growth, practical skills, and networking opportunities. We've had like different professionals from Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Amazon, and Spotify. It will be happening the next one will be happening next year, January, that's January 2026, or latest February, actually. Timmy. Then we also have the Global Internship Training Program. If you guys were listening and following along, you would understand that Chidera and you will have heard Chidera and Timmy talk about the Global Internship Training Program and how Chidera joined the training program. Then thereafter, like follow up with our application. Tim was able to follow up with our application and she later got into Bank of America, right? So it is a week-long program designed to help ambassadors gain understand gain understanding and clarity on how to apply for and also get internship placements in global organizations like Google, Amazon, Bank of America, Microsoft, Deutsche Bank, and different global organizations too. Then we also have the graduate ambassadors program activities too. So the activities in the community are not limited to just undergraduates. To understand that we also have graduate ambassadors too, and these activities are tailored for graduate ambassadors, including hangouts, focused learning sections such as Go Circles and Go Towers, and designed to support career and personal development. When you get into the community, you'll be able to understand what Go Circles and Go Towers is. And I think there are like about like 11 to 12 Go Circles, from finance to HR to front end and back end to risk to like different career path that you would like love to venture into. Then there's also the monthly hangouts. I mean, a lot of us, if you've been seeing like some pictures of different ambassadors in the handbook, and all those pictures were taken from like the monthly hangouts actually. Or you see like I was post about different ambassadors. Yeah, that they were taken from the monthly hangouts. Then benefit of becoming or being a Cowrywise ambassador. I mean, this is one of the reasons why we are here. This is why we are here. Access to Cowrywise events. So there are different events that happen at Cowrywise headquarters, from tech talks to product launches to celebrations and other networking events. So as an ambassador, you basically like have access to all these events. And the second one is to build relevant skills. A lot of us, Chidera, basically got to build our skills, get to work at Cowrywise itself as a risk intern and get to work at Bank of America. There's Destiny that will later come up to tell us about, so she's a growth analyst at Cowrywise. There's what's his name? There's Patrick that also works as a design analyst. There a brand design analyst at Cowrywise right now. He also was able to, because he was the design lead for the community before he became the design analyst at Cowrywise. He also able to build his skills through the activities that happen in the program. Then there's career support. I mean, if you are going to build your skills, if you are going to, there's skill based team leads, and there are also like there's a campus lead. There's access to different individuals in the community. If you, me for example, if you chat me up on LinkedIn and you say you are a Cowrywise ambassadors, I'll definitely pay attention to you and look for every way that I can help. So, and as I said the other time, is one of the largest student network in Nigeria. So there are a lot of people that you can reach out to actually, what's it called? There are a lot of people that you can reach out to actually like help you build your career skills and all. Team, next slide. So we also have certificate of participation. You get certificate for participating as an ambassador, as a campus lead, as a state lead, whatever capacity that you were actually, whatever capacity that you hold in the community, you get like a certificate of participation. There's also the merchandise. Like a lot of people that I know basically won the merch, or basically like join the community or the program for the merch. Yeah, you will get access to the merch, but as it says, like only active ambassadors will get access to the merch. And there's also like the entrepreneur support, your CEOs and what's it called, startup entrepreneurs. So you get support from the community. Team, next slide. Then you get to work with like-minded individuals. As I said the other time, it is the largest network of students in Nigeria. So they are very like vibrant and very, one of the things that I always say that I benefited from being a Cowrywise ambassador, like the huge thing that I say I benefited from being a Cowrywise ambassador, is the network of people, is the quality of persons that I've been able to connect with in the community itself, and the quality of person that I know that I will always be connected with forever in the community itself. If you look to, is it the right? If you look to your left of the picture, I'm the one putting on white and I was like this, any picture. And then the paid internship opportunities. So definitely yes, you also get as an ambassador, you also get to intern with Cowrywise, like, and it's paid, it's not free actually. And scholarship opportunities. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to say, I can say this. It has been announced. I myself was one of the people that got the CFA level 1 scholarship last month. Is it last month or last 2 months? And there's also the ongoing undergraduate scholarship that a lot of people have applied for already. So, 2 minutes. So the communication channel, yeah, the communication channel. So before now, we were using Slack as a communication channel, but now we've moved to WhatsApp. So all ambassador specific communication will take place primarily each school's WhatsApp / Telegram group chat. So every campuses have their own WhatsApp or Telegram group chat, and you get access to this group chat and be able to like interact with different students from your school or campuses. And there's also the general announcement and community-wide updates, which will be shared via the Cowrywise Ambassador WhatsApp channel. I'm very, very sure that a lot of people have been able to join that channel before now, but then it will also still be shared via Gmail for you to join that. So it's for you to join your school community, that's either WhatsApp or Telegram, and also be able to join the WhatsApp channel. That's the general WhatsApp channel, which will be shared via mail. And it is important that you know that no one should create their own group, either on WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, Snapchat, or any other community. It is important that you do not create your own group. There are groups, communities, and channels that are already available. You will get access to all these channels in the right time. So you are not, it is not approved and it is not allowed for you to create your own community or your own group chat for other ambassadors. If you need any other information, you'll get via mail, or when you're added to your community, to your WhatsApp community, you can always ask your campus lead for any information that you need. And then there is, so for support or assistance, so I'd like to also say that for the graduate ambassadors, there's a WhatsApp group chat that you also get access to. Yeah, you also get access to a WhatsApp group chat via mail. Team will have to send you the link to be able to join the WhatsApp group chat. And for support and assistance, ambassadors should reach out directly to their you should reach out directly to your campus leads. So every school, as I said the other time, have their own campus lead or college. When you join the group, they will introduce themselves to you, and you'll be able to reach out to them for any other support and assistance that you need. They are well equipped. They've been in the community for quite a while, and they understand what the community is all about, and whatsoever question that you have, they'll be able to answer. So talking about leaving the program, the ambassador program is voluntary and completely free to join. So I'm stressing this so that we will know again. It is voluntary and completely free to join. So ambassadors are expected to behave in a calmly and respectful manner while representing the brand. Ambassadors found engaging in untoward behaviors and actions will be terminated from the program by Cowrywise headquarters. So if you are actually required to behave in a very calm and respectful manner, and if you are found engaging in untoward behaviors or actions that are not approved, like I said the other time, creating group chat for other community members is not approved. You might actually be terminated from the program by Cowrywise HQ. See me next slide. Yeah, so thank you very much, everybody. If you have any other question or answers, Timmy, any other question, Timmy will come up now to be able to answer all your question. And that is it. Thank you very much, guys. Now meeting you again. My name is Adela Timmy, a graduate ambassador from Obafemi Awolowo University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rotimi. That was such a beautiful presentation. Thank you um, for facilitating the walkthrough of the Careers Ambassadors Handbook. I see quite a number of questions in the chat box, and I see that you have taken time to, while walking us through, you answered some of those questions. I wish that some people were maybe a bit patient. They probably would have, gotten answers while you were walking us through rather than having to, type and ask those questions while we were speaking. As you can see on your on the footnote of your screen, right? All Cowrywise ambassadors will get the handbook via email, most likely next week, right? That wouldn't happen today. It also wouldn't happen tomorrow. And then there's Christmas Day on the 25th. So you would surely get the handbook. Don't worry. Our onboarding process is usually not something, it's not just one off. We understand that there's so much going on in the ambassadors community. And if you're not careful, you most likely just be lost, right? For those of you just joining, my name is Timmy, right? Yes, Timmy from Cowrywise. I've been sending you emails. You've been receiving my emails. You've been responding to my emails. Thank you so much. Like I was saying, onboarding process for us isn't just a one-off event. It's not just you coming up on YouTube and we have this onboarding session and that's all, right? We have an entire experience around that. You will still continue to get different emails from me. Now that you're already a Cowrywise ambassador, you start to get like emails from me explaining Cowrywise as a company, explaining the ambassadors community. Connecting you with every other campus ambassador in your school, right? You will join the WhatsApp group for every ambassador in your school. You will join the WhatsApp channel for every Cowrywise ambassadors, previous ambassadors from 2019, 2020, 2021, up to date, right? That's about 7 years now, thereabouts. So we started having Cowrywise ambassadors community since 2019. So you find Cowrywise ambassadors from 2019. It's a large community, a large family of people, to be frank, right? You find, so yeah, the WhatsApp group for your school, right? The WhatsApp channel for all Cowrywise ambassadors. And then for graduate ambassadors as well, we have a dedicated graduate ambassadors WhatsApp groups. I'm actually 2 different WhatsApp groups. And we are trying to then moderate or consolidate or bring all graduate ambassadors into a Slack workspace, right? So that it sort of fosters some level of increased efficiency, right, beyond what we currently have. Don't worry, you have my email addresses. You can always reach out to me via email, even though sometimes you may just be patient. We know all of those. We know all of this, all of the things that you probably are worried about, and we have them in motion already. But we don't want to bombard you. We want to onboard you step by step, right? The community will be going on a break beginning from tomorrow. and we'll be resuming by, I think, the 15th or 12th of January. I mean, of course, we need to go on break for the festive season. Sorry, let me just quickly check my calendar to be sure of our resumption dates. Yeah, the community will be going on break from tomorrow, and we'll be resuming by the 12th of January, right? So you will not be getting added to your campus-based WhatsApp groups until January, right? Because the community will be going on break, and we want everybody to enjoy the holiday. We don't want you getting bothered and nobody's responding to you, right? Just ensure that you still keep checking your emails. You still keep getting emails from me, pending when the community resumes in January, right? Um, in January, we'll be resuming with Career Series. Career Series is a fantastic session where, I mean, we see that so many people want to start some career. I mean, you want to, you're not exactly sure what to do. You're just in school. You're not sure. Oh, do I want to become a designer? Do I want to become a software engineer? Do I want to become a finance person? And if yes, how do I start? How do I start my career? How do I start to learn these things, right? You're already a graduate. You're not sure of what life has in stock for you, and you want to, build up, or I mean, start doubling on different resources that are available to you to build on the specific skill sets or something, right? We have people from across different firms. Last year, I know that we had people from Microsoft, we had from Google, we had from Spotify, we had from KPMG, we had from Amazon, we had people from different companies come work us through how to start a career in like different career tracks, right? You can check, I think we have the YouTube playlist as well. But yeah, you probably will also get that via email as well, or you can just do a random search after this call, Career Series, Careers Ambassadors Career Series on YouTube, right? But don't worry, you are in for a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ride. Like I mentioned, you get added to your campus-based WhatsApp groups by January because we are going on break now. We are going on break at the moment. Would also add that on the footnote as well. You get added to the WhatsApp channel maybe tomorrow, or yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll just add you to the WhatsApp channel so that you can. I also see some people say that they've not applied for the scholarship. Rotimi is a beneficiary of the Careers Ambassador CFA scholarship, and we now have a general scholarship for all undergraduate students. Of course, not everybody who applies will get in, by the way. Because you apply doesn't mean that you're automatically going to get 200,000 naira. No, we're going to review all applications, right, and select people that we want to award the scholarship to. Yeah, you will meet your campus lead as well. You will meet every other person every other careers ambassador on your campus, right? Like I mentioned earlier when we started this call, there are careers ambassadors in over 900 schools. I think about 986 or thereabouts, right? There are careers ambassadors about 986 schools. So if you're a student of Unilag, you meet careers ambassadors in Unilag. Don't worry, we have all of that planned. Just sit down like a king, sit down like a queen. Don't stress yourself. Don't overthink it. Right? Don't worry. We've been careers ambassadors before, or rather, we still are, right? Like I mentioned, I used to be a careers campus ambassador. So I very much understand everything that you can possibly think of. Of course, we welcome suggestions, we welcome feedback and all that, but we have carefully designed this experience, right? In due time, in the right time, you get added to your campus-based groups, you get added to the campus to the general WhatsApp channel. And for those of you who are graduate ambassadors, you get added to the graduate ambassadors WhatsApp group, right? And as well as the Slack workspace, right? Again, if you have not applied for the scholarship, I encourage that you apply. Let's put that up so that I'm coming. You can just open your browser. Maybe it's Google or Safari or Edge or whatever. Just type Cowrywise Ambassador Scholarship. You would see the page where you can apply for the Ambassador Scholarship. Ensure that you apply. Share the link with people that you think that should benefit from this, right? Again, there's something that is very, very important that I want to mention. The Cowrywise Ambassadors community is not, we have since 2021 or 2019, we have never asked Cowrywise ambassadors to market Cowrywise. And we will never ask Cowrywise ambassadors to market Cowrywise. You can do that in your own volition. You can do that out of love for the brand. We would absolutely appreciate. But your work, your responsibility as a Cowrywise ambassador is not to market Cowrywise. You can do that in your own volition. You can do that out of love for the brand. You can do that out of your own will. Fine. But nobody will hold you if you don't do that. That's not why you're a Cowrywise ambassador. And that's why when you check the entirety of the Cowrywise ambassadors website, there is no place, same as the handbook that Rotimi that Rotimi shared or walked us through. There is no place. Destiny, I want to bring you up now. There is no place that we mentioned that you as a Cowrywise ambassador is supposed to. I mean, if you don't market Cowrywise, then you will be penalized or something. Nah, we will never do that, right? So you are only supposed to just sit down, just see yourself as a princess or as a prince that is supposed to be well taken care of. We'll take care of you, we'll feed you, we make you feel so special. That's why you're a Cowrywise ambassador. Don't worry. Don't I want to refer 1,000 people so that I can earn 10 naira. No, don't worry. Tell people about Cowrywise, fine. That's fantastic, right? But if you don't, nobody will flog you. Nobody will change you out of the community. Nobody will say you are inactive. But whenever we call for activities, whenever we call for, you know, whenever we call for, there's career series, there is global internship training, there is financial literacy webinar, there is scholarship, there is hangouts, there is party, there is always attend, always show up. Forget about how many people do I need to refer? Since I'm a Cowrywise ambassador, do I need to refer? That's not your work. You can quote me anywhere. There's never been a time the Cowrywise Ambassadors community has been. I mean, I see people on Twitter, I see people on LinkedIn, I see people asking questions, and they're like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be a marketer for Cowrywise." No, you can ask any Cowrywise ambassador that you know. Has Cowrywise ever asked you to refer? We have never said to be a Cowrywise ambassador you have to refer X number of people. No, they are different. Yes, they are different. There are other companies that's what they do. That's how they've modeled the ambassadors program. But for us, we did not model our ambassadors program this way. And as long as things go the way they should be, it will never change, right? So don't worry. The ambassadors community is for you. It's a platform to shape to help shape your future, right? It's not supposed to be you. It's a lot more about Cowrywise giving to you and pouring to you than you giving to the company, quite frankly, right? And that's why we've never disturbed, we've never asked you to. This simple thing is just register. Just register to be a Cowrywise ambassador. That's all. Every other thing follows. You don't need to. I mean, yes, we rejected people. Let me check very quickly. As of last time I checked, we rejected 58,000 applicants. Yeah, there are so many ambassadors, but there are so many people that were rejected as well. We rejected Cowrywise ambassador applicants. True. We rejected 53,544 people. So that's to tell you how much people really do love the ambassadors community. I mean, on Monday, we announced that we awarded CFA scholarship to 20 Cowrywise ambassadors. I think the value of the scholarship is about, if I am not mistaken, about 1.5 million naira each, right? Of course, in partnership with CFA Institute, that's the Global CFA Institute, right? We didn't say that, you have to refer X number of people before we could give you the scholarship. We didn't say that, right? It's the same thing with the general undergraduate scholarship, 200,000 naira for select Cowrywise ambassadors across different schools. It's the same thing with our internship, right? People come to intern every month, right? And we pay them handsomely. I used to joke around and say that, I mean, NYSC pays corpers 77,000 naira currently. We pay more than times 2 of what NYSC pays corpers. For our interns, not corpers, the undergraduate interns, people in 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, 400 level that come for internship, COS, IT, and all that, we pay more than times 2 of what NYSC pays to them. So it's not the ambassadors community is not like, don't allow people cloud your judgment of the ambassadors community. Don't allow people make you feel uncomfortable. Don't allow people control your narrative for you. There's a reason why you applied. You need to stick to it, right? You should shape your experience, right? Forget whatever they are saying. And that's why whenever they say those things, you see people already existing Cowrywise ambassadors come up and say, no, that's not true. You're saying absolute nonsense, right? Yeah. There's so many other things that we are cooking up for the Careers Ambassadors community. Some of them that we've not even launched yet. Some of them we've not talked about, right? And they're also supposed to help, um, um, enhance your experience as a Careers Ambassador. The goal for us is to, as much as possible, right? Help people access opportunities, help people become better versions of themselves, right from their very days as undergraduates, right? Or their early days as graduates. You don't have to, I mean, for me, I like to say something to Careers Ambassadors. I like to say that, um, I like to say that, sorry, I think Destiny went off. So, yeah, for me, I like to say that one of the reasons why I enjoy leading the Careers Ambassadors community is that it affords me the opportunity to help current students avoid some of the mistakes that I made while I was an undergraduate, right? For instance, I like to talk about how when I was in 300 level, I had applied to Bank of America, but I never got in, right? I never got into Bank of America. I wasn't even serious. I was a serious student, but I didn't see it as something that was possible. I didn't see myself going traveling from Nigeria to London as a Nigerian student to go intern in London, right? It didn't seem like it was possible. I just saw it randomly. I applied. It was later after graduation I realized that, oh, really? This is actually really bad. Taking it seriously at the time, I probably would have gotten into Bank of America. I also remember applying to Google as well. I applied to Google about 4 times when I was a student, but I never took those things seriously. Yes, I was a serious student. I was doing fantastically well in class, and I could see some opportunities. But if in my head, these things were not possible. I mean, you're a Nigerian, right? But if I had somebody who could guide me, who could put me on the right track to say that, oh, yeah, you should do this, you should do that, you get in, was much more later after graduation. And for me, the ambassadors community is an avenue for me to help people that that are currently like I was a few years back, right? To say, oh no, you can actually access these opportunities. This is what you need to do to get it. And thankfully, there are tens of people who has gone on to, I mean, who have now gone on to intern or work at fantastic firms. I mean, Chidera was here earlier. She mentioned how the ambassadors community was very, very pivotal in helping her access her internship opportunity when she had to travel to London last year. And then she's currently in London. I mean, she took this call while she was in at the office in London, right? There are guys at World Bank, there are folks at Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Google, Microsoft, MoneyPoint, Flutterwave, even Cowrywise, right? That's it for me, right? And again, some of you might never get to intern in Bank of America. You might never get to get the scholarship. You might never get to intern in Cowrywise. You might never get to work at Flutterwave. But there are some tiny, tiny rudiments that you would get that would influence some bigger part of your life, right? The understanding that some things are possible, right? Some of you being a member of the ambassadors community might not even be directly beneficial to you. It could be that, oh, you are now a graduate, you've done NYSC, you are now maybe 25, 26, 27 years old, right? It should probably be a lot more important for you to join because you have like some younger siblings that you then need to help, right? It might be a direct benefit to your siblings than it is for you, right? Yeah, on and on and on and on and on. But one thing I'm confident about is that you cannot be committed or be dedicated to the ambassadors community and have reasons not to and have reasons not to be grateful, right? Or have reasons not to benefit from the ambassadors community, no matter how small, right? So we'll take in a few questions now. And we're taking a few questions, and then I would also bring Destiny and Mohammed up to share their testimony, to share their careers ambassadors experience, and then we then continue with the question and answer sessions as well. So if you have questions, can you please start dropping them in the chat box so that I can again. So the way we take questions is that if your question is something that has been answered during the onboarding session, I am sorry, you might have to skip that question. So we would ask that you rewatch. Maybe you joined us late or your internet was lagging at the time that it was mentioned. So we're only going to respond to questions that has not been addressed during the course of the session, right? Yeah, you guys can start throwing in the questions, please, so that we can. Okay, I think the first question that interests me here, or rather that makes so much sense, is how can we benefit from the Cowrywise Ambassadors program as a master's student? Yeah, I think it was Destiny. Was it last month that we had one of the interns who is a master's student?
Yeah, that was. I mean, her internship finished in November, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So, for us at the Graduate Ambassadors community, we don't exactly segregate, right? You can, of course, benefit from internship, for instance. There is also the CFA scholarship. CFA scholarship is not it's not specific to undergraduate or postgraduate students, right? There's internship, right? Their career support, right? We have postgraduate students that we support. We support their career endeavors. Some of them ask for recommendation letters. Some of them ask for interview prep. Some of them ask for CV review sessions. Some of them ask for, I mean, yeah, you also have access to Cowrywise events and every other thing. Of course, aside those ones that particularly pertains to undergraduate students, you also have access to every other benefits that there is in the ambassadors community. And I think the only one that I can think of that pertains to undergraduate students is the undergraduate scholarship. Every other ones, you are very much eligible, right, to benefit from every of the other benefits, really. So another question: how can you apply for the internship? Like I mentioned, we are already wrapping up for the year. Would when at the beginning of every quarter, we always send an application form to the WhatsApp channel. Your WhatsApp, and then you should be on the WhatsApp channel, right? So you can always apply from there. We do that at the beginning of every quarter. As an engineering student, can I? Well, yes, I mentioned that as well. Does location matter for the? I'm not sure what that means. I went to Funab and I'm currently serving in Abuja. No, no, it doesn't matter. As a graduate ambassador, you graduated from Funab. You no longer have any direct relationship with Funab as it concerns the ambassadors community. You are a graduate ambassador, not a campus ambassador. So as a graduate ambassador, we don't ask you. We are not exactly concerned with the school that you graduated from, right? We have a general graduate ambassadors group. And in that general graduate ambassadors group, every of our activities happen there, right? Don't worry at all. You'll be added to the graduate ambassadors group as well as the Slack workspace that we'll be getting to use when we go by. What is the possibility of Cowrywise Ambassadors Community collaborating with an already existing organization in campus? Oh yes, we've been doing that from time immemorial. So that's very, very possible. That's permissible, as long as the community is not, as long as the community you're partnering with has no alterations against the Cowrywise brand, right? Well, that's left to your campus. Your campus leads will be trained. They already know how to access or how to review partnership opportunities, right? So if you have a partnership opportunity, you speak to your campus lead, right? They would review they will be trained. They already know what to do, right? They will review the partnership requests. If it makes so much sense, they go ahead. If it doesn't, they back out and reject the partnership request. Like I mentioned earlier, you get to know your campus leads as time goes by. We are currently on break, and I mentioned send you links to your campus-based WhatsApp lead so you can always reach out to them. Right, that'll be happening in January. I can see another question. There are lots of questions here. One question, another question is coming in, and some of these questions have been answered before. So I think I'll just keep the ones I've answered before. So let me just, do I need to open a new Cowrywise account after applying for the scholarship using the same email? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, but as long as you're already a Cowrywise ambassador, use the same email that you got accepted with to apply for the scholarship program, right? What happened? Yeah, use the same email that you applied with for the Cowrywise ambassador for the scholarship program, right? You don't need to open a new Cowrywise account again. Does Noun also have campus leads despite not being a conventional university? Yes, Dimeji. There's a campus lead for Noun, and then there's a co-lead for Noun as well. We understand the situation or the dynamics of your school, right? But we have we currently, I mean, in fact, Noun is one of the most active campuses or one of the most active campus ambassadors community, they have a different way of moderating campus-based activities, campus-based activities rather. No worries at all. Yeah, that's taking that has been properly designed for your campus. Um, is it only finance and business students that get to intern with Cowrywise? Oh no, not at all. Not at all. I mean, we've had legal interns, legal and compliance interns. We've had HR interns. We've had engineering interns. We've had customer support interns. We've had HR interns. We've had product management interns. We've had design interns. We've had, which other ones have I not mentioned? Yeah, I think for everything that we have in Cowrywise, we've had interns across all of these teams, and they're not necessarily business or finance students, or business related or finance related students, right? So yeah, very good. I'm sorry, I might not be able to answer all of these questions, but I know that some of these questions have been answered before, right? And many of them will be answered again when you get to your campus-based WhatsApp groups. You get so much more clarity, right? I didn't expect that. I think some of you joined us after we started the session. So when we were speaking, you probably missed when we were saying all of these things. And I think it would be very unfair to now start answering them again. We'll be doing a disservice to people who have been on this call long enough. So I'm sorry that you might not have to. Is CGPA a determinant for the internship selection process? Absolutely not. We don't consider CGPA as a determinant. What's the major concern for us is that are you really ready to learn, right? Have you put in the work already, right? We've never had to ask for CGPA during internship selection processes at all. The myth that only Lagos-based ambassadors are accepted into your internship programs, is it true? Not exactly true. Well, I mean, I didn't school in Lagos to start with. I schooled in the north central part of the country, and I interned, right? It's not just those that schooled in Lagos. Rotimi did not school in Lagos. Rotimi schooled in Ife, Osun State, and he interned in Cowrywise. There are people who schooled in Akwa Ibom State. They've interned in Cowrywise. There are people who schooled in Ekiti, people who schooled in Ibadan, people who schooled in which other parts of the country, which other states, Calabar, yeah, different states of the country really, and have interned. Some of them have interned virtually, even though we might not be continuing virtual internship anymore, to be fair, right? But you don't have to be based in Lagos. You don't have to be a student in Lagos before you can intern in Cowrywise. For the monthly meetup, how can those that aren't in Lagos be involved? Yeah, there are meetups across all campuses, right? All campuses, and there are meetups across different states as well. In fact, by the 15th of January, there should be an hangout in Abuja for Cowrywise ambassadors in Abuja, but we might have to move the date, by the way. Tentatively at the moment, it's currently 15th of January, but when we announce formally, you get the final date. So yeah, it's not just for those in Lagos. Sometime last month, the CEO of Cowrywise was at Osun State, where he met with some Cowrywise ambassadors as well. So yeah, it's not just based in Lagos, across different parts of the country. I am graduating next year. Do I get certified as an undergraduate ambassador after graduation? Yes, you can. You get certified as an undergraduate ambassador, and then you can as well proceed to being a graduate ambassador. How do I apply for serious? I think we've answered that already. Are there former ambassadors? We currently have ambassadors at Footmina, and you would surely get to meet them when we send you the link to the WhatsApp group. How do you choose campus leads? I think that as you go by, you most likely get to know how we choose campus leads right now, because we are currently wrapping up the selection process of the campus leads for 2026. Can people who aren't ambassadors apply? No, the internship is strictly for Cowrywise ambassadors. If you apply for the internship without being a Cowrywise ambassador, your application will most likely not go through. It passes through an already, like a system, right? So if you're not an ambassador, you are not, even if it goes through, by the time we start to review and we realize that you're not a Cowrywise ambassador, we wouldn't proceed with your application, right? So you want to intern at Cowrywise, you want to get scholarship, you want to get any of the benefits, you have to be a Cowrywise ambassador. Does your academic does our academic performance matter to you? Well, very much it does. Very much does rather. Um, we used to employ, I mean, we used to employ campus leads to say that because there seems to be a lot going on in the ambassadors community, and if you're not careful, you would kind of shift priority, and we don't want that, right? I graduated with a fantastic grade. I did so well in school, and I used to encourage campus leads not to get into so much, and not to get the members of the ambassadors community into so much that would then affect the academic grades. It doesn't. I mean, we don't ask you for your CGPA when you want to intern, right? But we believe that Cowrywise is not the only company that you maybe need to intern at, or it's not the only company accessing opportunities. Some other firms are very, very big on that. So we have like different unit that caters to ensuring that you're not like doing so much, right? And we sort of moderate the activities within the community, right? Um, I hope it will not affect our education. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. How do you apply for the career scholarship? To apply for the career scholarship, ambassadors. Let me see if I can type that. Ambassador. I'm not sure if it would appear as a link, but I've just dropped the link for the scholarship. Yeah, it wouldn't appear as a link. You just type, just visit Google, open your Google Chrome or your Microsoft Edge or your Safari browser, any browser that you like, and search for Cowrywise Ambassador Scholarship, right? And then you see the link pop up, and then you can apply from there. The scholarship is also not specific to students of a particular department, any level, right? Yeah, you can apply for the scholarship program. Um, is the application for Cowrywise Ambassador still open? Yes, it's still open. You can check it out. You can just search for how to become a Cowrywise ambassador, or check Cowrywise's social media platforms. You find it there. Is the internship at different state or one state? The internship, our office is at Lagos, right? So the internship happens in Lagos, but it's not restricted to students in Lagos only. So if you're a student in Calabar and you can travel to Lagos, maybe you have a relative that you can stay with if you eventually get selected. Yeah, why not? I think so many of these questions have been answered, to be honest, right? And like I mentioned, we'll be doing a disservice to people who have been on this call long enough. It feels like we are repeating the same thing to them. So if I don't get to answer your question, you might need to rewatch the session from the beginning, right? Or wait till when you get added to your campus-based WhatsApp group so you can ask your campus leads and they can and answer, provide responses to your questions. I would like to have Destiny share a Cowrywise ambassador's experience with us. Yeah, Destiny, are you able to speak now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So Destiny is a growth analyst at Cowrywise, like I had mentioned earlier, and she would now be sharing her experience with us within the next 3 minutes. Yeah, you can go ahead now.
Okay. Hi everyone. I think it's been an amazing session. Um, a lot of things have been talked about. A lot of areas has been touched on. So I would just talk about my own experience as a Careers Ambassador. So I joined the Careers Ambassadors program in 2021, May of 2021. At that time, our community manager was Oye Yinka. Timmy mentioned her quite earlier. She currently works at Revolut. Um, I joined basically because at that time I was studying economics, and I wanted to like get better with money. And I think I had already started saving with a few friends on Cowrywise. So I wanted to like know more. I was like, oh, let's see. I mean, maybe I'll learn a thing or two. And I did learn it. I did do more than learn a thing or two. 2022, I went on to become the campus lead for my university, that's Unilag. Um, that's where Chidera and I met. And 2024, I joined the management team. And currently, I work at Cowrywise as a growth analyst. Now, The thing I'd just like to say about the Cowrywise Ambassadors Program, and when people ask me that, what do I think of the Cowrywise Ambassadors Program? Right from time, I'll say that it's a lifestyle program. As Timmy mentioned earlier, this is not the program where you'll come to and people they'll tell you, oh, bring 20 people and collect 50,000 naira. If you bring 50 people, no, it's something that you live. It's something that people just know you for it. For example, people have probably heard my name and they don't know me directly, but they know, oh, Destiny of Cowrywise, or Destiny was an ambassador at Cowrywise, especially when we used to use Slack, I think. I've met people on the way and they're like, I saw you somewhere, or what's your name? So it becomes a lifestyle, becomes something that you're living. It's not something that somebody is forcing you to do. Whether it's no, it now boils down to the different activities that you decide to take on. Whether it's being a part of the career series, and the thing about the Campus Ambassadors program is that it's really grown. Like over the last 4 years, it's grown beyond just where it was at. So one thing I like to say, like I said, that is a lifestyle program. One thing I like to say is that you must work towards finding your own space. There are different niche parts of the ambassadors program. So there's the chess club. If chess is something you're interested in, there's the fantasy football, there's the graduate ambassadors community, in Cowrywise Ambassadors Community. There is the book club. There is growth circles. There is the skill based team. So different parts inside the same community. So what you have to do to make your experience enjoyable and something that you look forward to is besides just joining your own Cowrywise campus group, you want to also find your own space. Oh, what's this something that I enjoy? Do I like chess? Oh, I think I'll be a part of the. From there, you can um, show your impact. For example, Chidera, I think I when I was a campus lead at some point, I made like an innovation team so that they could help with giving us ideas for things that we could do better in our community. And that's how Chidera and I became friends, and that's how we got to know each other. And they come up with some really, really brilliant ideas that I did not even think of. So that's something that you want to do. And if I was to leave a word with somebody here that just joined, I'm like, is this thing really for me? Guys, is for you. I mean, like, my life has improved since I joined the ambassadors program. I did not get to intern, but now I work at Cowrywise, and the experience has been amazing. Even working here now directly, like with the ambassadors community, it's been a joyous ride, and I want to say welcome to everybody. Welcome on board. We are so happy to have you here, and we look forward to the best time and the best experience that you'd have. Like Timmy said, you're a princess, so act like it. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, just like she had reiterated, you're a prince if you're a guy, you're a princess if you're a lady, right? Um, we are supposed to serve you, right? Just sit down, sit comfortably, sit in your house, sit in your hostel, sit in your class, right? Be very comfortable wherever you are, in your classes, in your hostels, in your houses, wherever you are. You are not supposed to you're not supposed to stress yourself at all. We call for a virtual session, you join the session. We call for a training, you join the training. We ask that you join a skill-based team so you can learn a skill. Join a skill-based team so you can learn a skill. We call for parties, attend the parties. We call for hangouts, attend the hangouts. Don't stress yourself. You're supposed to enjoy. You're not supposed to be looking for customers for Cowrywise. That's not your responsibility. Enjoy. You're supposed to be a king and a queen, right? This is not one of those communities where you're supposed to come and stress yourself. Not at all. You call for parties, attend, you dance, you eat, you go back home. We call for webinars. We call for webinars, you dance, you eat, you go back home, right? Don't stress yourself at all. You're not supposed to be the next rated marketer for Cowrywise and all that, right? I think Mohammed is also on the call. Mohammed is from Bayero University, Kano. Let me see if I can bring up Mohammed now. I can't see Mohammed anymore. I can't see Mohammed anymore. I'm not sure why, but okay, Mohammed is no longer here. I wanted Mohammed to also share, share his career as ambassador's experience with us, especially for people who say that, oh, I'm from the north. Am I supposed to be this? Is there activity in the north? Is there supposed to be? Yeah. I also schooled in the northern central part of the country, and I had a fantastic experience as a career as ambassador. So it doesn't matter. You are from the east, you are from the south, you are from the west, you are from Lagos, you are from Abuja, you are from. It doesn't matter. Trust me. We have, especially next year. Next year is going to be a very, very fantastic year for us as a community, right? And you know what? I probably would. I mean, I don't like to. I don't like. I like to keep these things on when they happen, such that you just enjoy them when they happen, right? You just have to see them, right? I was mentioning this morning to a few ambassadors that next year, for instance, we are looking to have um two cohorts of CFA scholarship, and that would mean, oh, do we want to do 25 each? That would be 50 in total, and CFA is very expensive, right? I also mentioned, I think sometime last week, that we want to have at least two careers ambassadors at the World Bank internship this year, or we want to have say 10 careers ambassadors at Bank of America, 5 careers ambassadors at Goldman Sachs, right? I also mentioned that we want to have as much as 10 careers ambassadors work at Cowrywise next year, not internship now, like I meant work at Cowrywise next year, right? And then of course the internship is irregular and quite a bunch of other things really. And the best way to get all of these things is to stick around, right? I mean, I've heard some people say that I wasn't an active ambassador, but the fact that I was always reading your emails, they sort of shaped my perception about life. They sort of shaped my thought process, right? My direction, right? If not for those emails, I probably would be there, end up as a whatever, whatever, whatever. But here I am doing this and that, right? Don't worry. Clarity will come, right? Especially for those of you who joined late and you're still confused. You can take some time to watch this video from the beginning, right? And if you cannot watch this video, you might maybe and be patient enough, and clarity will come as we go by, right? Clarity will come. You get to meet your campus lead. You can ask as many questions as you possibly have. They're still going to be different onboarding sessions. Trust me. When we add you to your campus group, your campus lead will still do another onboarding session. They will do virtual onboarding session. They will do physical onboarding session on your campus, in your school, right? If you add it to the graduate ambassadors group, for those of you who are graduates, there will still be graduate ambassadors onboarding session. Trust me, these things will happen most likely in January, because I mean we're already in the festive season. People are already going on holidays, and we as a community will be closing out for the year by tomorrow, and they will be resuming on the 12th of January next year. We'll be resuming with different activities, right? And then by January you get added to your WhatsApp group as well. The scholarship for those who apply for scholarship. I had mentioned in one of my recent emails that the scholarship, we have partners in the scholarship. I mean, people who run the different stages of the scholarship, assessments, review, and all that. They will also be going on holidays, so we might have to pause activities to the scholarship. But trust me, we are not going anywhere. It's public. Cowrywise is a company, you're a big company, and we would not promise to give scholarship and then eventually then run back. No, we wouldn't do that. We'll surely give the scholarship that we've said we're going to give, right? No worries at all. Just stay calm and be rest assured that you are in for a fantastic ride, right? You are in for a very, 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 very beautiful ride. No worries at all. Okay, I can see that Mohammed is here now. Let me see if I can bring up Mohammed. Yeah, hi Mohammed.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. Thank you so much. My name is Muhammad Musa, and I'm the campus ambassador by University Kano. I'm the campus lead right now. So it's so exciting to be here today. And I would say congratulations to everyone that has been selected for the this session, Cowrywise Ambassador Program. So it's so much exciting to have you here and I speak to you all. I think one of the things I would just make emphasis on, as Timmy has said earlier, It's just about you enjoying yourself. This moment here with Cowrywise is not as every other thing that you've been seeing or you've been witnessing over time. Being ambassador for Cowrywise is one of the exciting things on earth because quite a time I got a lot of questions from guys asking me how will I be an ambassador to Cowrywise? Am I going to be earning money? All of those questions were bumping into my DM, and the fact that I happen to be one of the active campus lead, I got a lot of questions. But I'm so happy and excited that Timmy has treated a lot of those questions and wrote him as well. But one thing I will just share with you is my joining Cowrywise as an ambassador started at a moment when I got myself into finance, trying to work around, building a very good relationship with money. So I got to learn about Cowrywise. Then some months after, I came across the ambassadorship program application, and as of then, I think it was late 2023, if I could remember very well, 2024 rather. So then I was preparing to leave school because I'm a law graduate right now. I left school early this year. So it was the moment I was preparing to leave university. So when I saw the application, I was like, oh, Cowrywise, this is what I just downloaded on my phone, and I've started, saving some shikini money that I was seeing then. So immediately I applied, I was selected, and then application for the team lead came. Then I was just the ambassador, the campus ambassador to Unilever also. So I was like, oh, if I can be campus ambassador to Unilever, let me also shoot to be the lead with Cowrywise. Then that was when I shot. So immediately I shot, I just saw the messages coming in, oh, you are selected. I said, wow. So most of the things that happened within the journey has always been my absence in school. But at the same time, we've always hosted a lot of programs and webinars, every month. Yes, I can say every month. Because one of the answers I usually give to the people that ask me about how does Cowrywise looks like being an ambassador, I'll be like, oh, Cowrywise is just giving you a platform to learn, to enjoy, and to also upscale yourself in life. Because you get to attend a lot of webinars that you have different experts. It is true, Cowrywise, that I've been able to connect with a lot of experts and individuals that on my own, I wouldn't be able to meet with them or to chat them. But most time I will just go to their LinkedIn DM and ask them, okay, I want to invite you to come and speak to us at Cowrywise, so and so. And they'll be like, wow, Cowrywise. And they respond to me. But on my own personality, the limit I can do that. So Cowrywise has built my human capacity, strengthening my leadership skills, because leaving university and still controlling most of the things happening within the campus. So I would just advise every campus ambassador that on the call today will be listening to this record to please be intentional. Be intentional about the whole activities in Cowrywise, because believe me, you don't know what's going to work out for you. Be intentional about attending the webinars. Be intentional about attending the programs. Be intentional about putting yourself out there. Immediately you have anything that has to do with Cowrywise, you post about it, talk about it, share your experiences, share your journey on your socials. You don't know who are checking. You never can tell who are those people really noticing what you're doing. And as you can see, a lot of people have come here to say a lot of testimonies. Timmy journey or Timmy experience only, or story most times, always influence me to say, wow, someone started with Cowrywise ambassador, and from there, and from there, and from there. And this is what is so much possible. If it can happen to Timmy, definitely it can happen to myself, and it can happen to you too. You can see a lot of people coming to this call or to this session today to speak of a lot of things that has happened to them. The same thing with me. I have someone I invited to speak on Cowrywise, and today she become my lifetime mentor. And then a lot of opportunities have been coming from this woman I'm talking about right now, and lots more of them. So the one thing I will just leave with you today is your growth with Cowrywise is unlimited. There is no limit to where you can be, or where you're going to, or who you can become with Cowrywise. What you only need to pay is intentional attention to every single thing and opportunities that comes with this whole platform given to you. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll say goodbye from here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mohammed. That was such a, I mean, it's so good having somebody from the Northern region, right? Speak to your experience being a careers ambassador. Because what I've seen oftentimes is that we have people from the West, and people from the southern region of the country speak to their experience, and it just feels like, how about people from the north? How about people from Kano? How about people from Sokoto? How about people from, I mean, on. And it makes so much sense to see that you were a careers ambassador, or you are a careers ambassador, and even currently the careers campus leader at Bayero University Kano, and you've had a fantastic time, right, as a careers ambassador and a campus lead, right? Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, and I'm very, very confident that the experience that you shared will most definitely contribute to shaping the perception that maybe quite a number of people on this call would have about being a careers ambassador. Thank you so much, Muhammad. I think that at this point, we are now running through the end of the session. Let me just check and be sure that I haven't missed out anything. Yeah. So I'll just run through some final announcements again, and then we call it a day. Firstly, this is not the end of the onboarding. This is just one piece of the pie. There's still going to be like series of emails from me. I know that some of you do not know, you've never heard of Cowrywise before, which is fine, right? That's no problem. I would walk you through, help you understand what Cowrywise is about, help you understand what the ambassadors community is about again, via emails, of course, right? You need to ensure that you read your emails, you open your emails, and not just open your emails, you read them, like you actually do read them, right? I'll talk to you about I would also add you to your campus-based WhatsApp groups. We have your phone numbers already. In fact, we just send you the link so you can join the group yourself, right? We'll send that to you. Sorry, what's wrong? I think something went off. Sorry. Oh yeah. So we had it to your WhatsApp group, like I mentioned. You join your WhatsApp group rather. We also send you the phone numbers of your campus leads. If you are a campus ambassador, if you are a graduate ambassador, we send you the link to the graduate ambassadors WhatsApp group and the phone numbers of the graduate ambassadors lead, right? You also have different onboarding sessions, right? Your campus ambassador, your campus leads will run a different onboarding session for you. They'll run one virtually, they'll run another one physically. That makes it three onboarding sessions, right? Alongside the ones I'll be sending to you via emails. That's 4, right? The reason for all of this is that there's so many things going on in the ambassadors community, and you risk the chances of missing out if you're not careful, right? You miss the chances of dipping your hands into so many things, and then you just like lose out on some things, right? But all of these carefully curated onboarding sessions are supposed to help guide you, right? And provide a guiding light to you as provide a guiding light to you as a careers ambassador, right? To help you understand so many different things, so many happenings in the ambassadors community. Yeah, you also be added into the Cowrywise Ambassadors WhatsApp channel. You follow the WhatsApp channel so you can always get information, you can always get news, can also always get opportunities that we send to the WhatsApp channel as well, so you do not miss out. It's very, very important for you, right? Scholarship, internship, anything really, you will always find them on that channel, right? Some more thing that I want to speak to. I wanted to speak to the fact that we are currently going on break as a community. This will be the last event, the last activity that we'll be having as a community. We'll be resuming as a community by January 12th, the 12th of January 2026. I mean, it's the festive season. We are going on break, right? After today, you most likely wouldn't hear. You most likely there will be no activities from us. The only activities you'll be getting will be like emails from me, right? Especially on Saturdays, right? We also want you to enjoy the chicken, enjoy the meats, enjoy everything. Eat rice, eat jollof rice. Muslim brothers and sisters, go meet your Christian friends. Christian friends, ensure that you are not, of course, we believe that you're not stingy. So you can always be kind enough to share, right? Um, yeah, we're starting with career series next year. Don't worry, so much more information will also be shared as we go by. Destiny, do you think there's anything I'm perhaps missing out on?
No, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
last was just to take questions, and you already answered quite a number of questions, and you're clarifying now.
Yeah. Like I mean, for those of you that are just joining us, we are not able to answer every single questions, and it appears that for most of the questions that are on the chat box that have not been answered live, we've spoken to them already. Maybe you probably joined us late, or you were not paying attention when we were speaking to them, or your internet was breaking. Right? You might need to rewind to listen to them, and you get answers to every of your questions, right? But regardless, there are still some other opportunities. There are still there's still like different onboarding sessions. Like I mentioned, we are going on break. By the time we resume, when you get added to your campus-based WhatsApp group or the graduate ambassadors WhatsApp group, you will get to ask your questions to your leads, whether it's your campus lead or the graduate ambassadors lead, right? I hope with these few points of ours, we have been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you are in for a fantastic ride. You are in for a beautiful ride. Don't allow anybody shape the narrative of your experience. You need to you need to shape your experience yourself, right? It's what you shape that you then eventually like experience, right? If you say you want to make the most of the ambassadors community, yeah, you will. And if you say because somebody says that um, you will waste your time, then so maybe you probably will just waste your time. But trust me, the best you're about to experience the best of the best experience as an undergraduate student or a recent graduate in the Careers Ambassadors community. Again, it is left to you. It's also why we intentionally brought people to come share their experience as Careers Ambassadors so you could hear from their mouths. I mean, I myself, I was a Careers Ambassador a couple years ago before I started working as Cowrywise. I've grown from being an ambassador to being a senior growth associate, right? You too might become an employee in Cowrywise. You don't have to work in Cowrywise, right? You can work at some other fantastic firms. But if it's Cowrywise, fine. If it isn't, fine as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this call. We appreciate your time. We've spent 2 hours, 16 minutes on this call. I mean, that's so much time to spend on a live session. I think I saw a comment now, and I want to leave you guys with that comment. The comment says that the tiny rudiments that Timmy mentioned, I am going on with that. And that's the truth. You might not get scholarship, you might not get internship, you might not get all of those big benefits, but there are some tiny benefits that you will get that will shape your future, that will shape your person, that will shape your ideologies, that will shape your person. And I think that's more than enough, right? Of course, if you get internship, fantastic. If you get scholarship, fantastic. But if you don't, that's not the end of your experience as a careers ambassador, right? There are people who didn't get any of these things, but they've even gone on to have a much more fantastic life than they would have if they have even gotten maybe like internship or something, right? Again, thank you so much, everyone. I hope to see you around. I hope to see you guys at Hangouts whenever we call for Hangouts in your school, in your state, or at Carrywise's office in Lagos. I hope to see you at virtual sessions like this. I hope to see you at our parties. I hope to see you at I hope to see you flying high, really, right? I want to see you on LinkedIn. Again, very, very importantly, feel free to talk about this on LinkedIn, on Twitter, share your experience, share your expectations about the Careers Ambassadors community, the onboarding session, talk about anything that you need to talk about. I'm on LinkedIn. Tag me, tag Carrywise, tag Destiny, tag Rotimi, tag Chidera, tag Muhammad, tag Tracy, tag I think I've mentioned everybody that joined the call. Yeah, feel free, please, right? I would be willing to engage, right? Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Feel free, I mean, yeah, to wrap up the session, we have a culture in the ambassadors community. Please go to the chat box now and drop your favorite emoji. Let's know that you're excited, you're expectant, you are I mean, a lot more excited than you were when you initially joined the session, right? Please drop your favorite emojis in the chat box. Say thank you, Cowrywise. Yeah, I can see Adiola. Um, I can see Abigail. I can see Omawumi. I can see Paul Priscilla. I can see Mohammed Zubair. I can see Prince. I can see Elizabeth. I can see Daniel. I can see Chioma, Muna, Ajoke, Momo, Princess, Elijah. Yeah, please drop your favorite emojis in the chat box. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope to see you around sometime soon. Bye, guys.